यूट्यूब लिंक डालने वाले उनको सर। हाँ डाल दे। हाँ मीट का डाल दिया देखो सर ने। वेबिनार ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इसमें देखो।
सर लिंक यूट्यूबला घालायची. आवाज येणार सर तुमचा.
ती लिंक मुलांच्या ग्रुपमध्ये घाला.
हा सर.
यूट्यूब लिंक.
हा सर. ओ म्यूट कुठे.
गुड इव्हनिंग. Soni sir, good evening.
Sir, very good evening. You are muted now.
President Madam and Registrar is going to join. Just a minute, sir. We are.
Okay, no problem.
Sir, Jai Hind.
हरि ओम सर.
Atul sir, good evening. Archana madam, just the minute, Registrar sir is going to join.
Okay, sir.
Hello.
Namaste, sir. Can we
Namaste.
start?
Please
Can we?
start. Please
Okay,
start.
sir.
Thank
Archana
you.
madam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Archana madam.
Yes, sir.
Please start. Registrar madam, Registrar sir has joined. And President madam is a little bit late. Madam will join later on. Okay, you start now, please.
Okay, sir. पुनः पश्याम भारतम ज्ञान मुक्ति संयुक्त. Jai Hind. Good evening, respected dignitaries, esteemed speakers, faculty members, and participants from across the globe. I, Professor Archana Bhosle, IQAC Coordinator, welcome you all to this international webinar on Revisit to India, organized by Maratha Mandal's Degree College, PG Center for MCOM and MSc Chemistry, Belgaum, accredited at A+, level by NAC, and affiliated to Rani Channamma University, Belgavi. We are delighted to have participants joining us from various parts of India and abroad. Your presence adds immense value to this knowledge sharing platform. Let us begin today's program by evoking the blessings of the Almighty. I request Srimati Sureka Kamali ma'am to lead us into prayer.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा वसुदेवसुतं देवं कौसजाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दम् कृष्णौ वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् योगेशं सच्चिदानन्दम् वासुदेवं वजप्रियम् धर्मसंस्थापकं वीरं कृष्णौ वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् श्रीकृष्णौ वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु हरये नमः हरये नमः हरये नमः.
Thank you, ma'am. Every beautiful journey begins with a warm welcome. As it is rightly said, Atiti Devo Bhava. I now invite Dr. H.A. Muraki sir, the eminent principal of our college, to deliver the welcome address.
Greeting to all. Sir, mute करा. Greeting to all. हे विश्वची माझे घर, ऐसी मती जयाची स्थिर, किंबहुना चराचर आपणची झाला. This entire world is my home. God resides in every particle of this world. The one whose mind is stable on this thought belongs to God, led by Sri Jnaneshwar Maharaj. This type of worldwide thoughts and knowledge is available in philosophy and literature of India. It is indeed a moment of pride for our institution to host this international webinar on the theme Revisit to India. In today's rapidly changing world, revisiting India's rich cultural heritage, intellectual wisdom, socio-economic journey, and global contributions is essential. This webinar aims to bring together scholarly insights, diverse perspectives, and meaningful discussion that will help us rediscover and re-evaluate India's unique identity. So, we are truly honored by the presence of distinct guests who have graced this occasion. I extend a warm welcome from my bottom of heart to our Honorable President of today's function and President of Maratha Mandal, Dr. Rajeshri Nagaraju Madam, and Honorable Chief Guest and Inaugurator of the webinar, Sri Santosh Kamgowda Sir, KS, Registrar, Rani Channamma University, Belgavi, and our distinct keynote speaker, Dr. Jitendra D. Soni, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Geography, Government Arts College, Sikhar, Rajasthan. My friends, Chief Guest of Honor, for the first technical session, Sri Mahadev Astekar, Head of Commercial Company, Siemens Healthineers, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and special distinct guest, Dr. Atul Bhave, Associate Professor and Head Department of Commerce, रयत शिक्षण संस्था, आबासाहेब Bharate, Arts and New Commerce Science College, Rajapur, Maharashtra. Respected delegates, faculty members, students, and all participants joining us from across India and abroad. A very warm and heartfelt welcome to each one of you. Welcome you all. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir, for your warm welcome. To introduce today's distinguished personality from India and abroad and enlighten us about the purpose of this webinar, may I now invite Dr. Mullah sir for introducing the guest.
A very good evening to one and all. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed scholar, and dear participants. It is my honor to introduce the inaugural of today's international webinar, Revisit to India. Sri Santosh Kamgowda sir is the inaugural of this international webinar. Sri Santosh Kamgowda sir is a senior scale Karnataka Administrative Services KS officer who has carved a niche for himself as an able and efficient officer with his commitment to public administration, fairness, efficiency, and discipline in the several administrative positions. He has donated so far. Presently, he has assumed the position as the registrar of the prestigious Rani Channamma University, Belagavi. He had his primary and secondary education at Government Primary School, Kabbur, and Bhartesh Vidyalaya, Vallabh Bagewadi. He is a BCom graduate and has completed MA from KSOU, Mysuru, and MBA from NIB, Pune. He has the distinction of being 2011 batch Tahsildar with first rank to the state and 2014 batch Assistant Commissioner with third rank to the state. Sri Santosh Kamgowda sir has donated many distinctive roles very effectively. He has worked for central government as system admin in India post for 9 years. He worked as probationary Tahsildar Shidnur Raichur, CAO Kims Koppal, Special Land Acquire Officer Yadgiri, AC and SDM at Raichur, Chikkodi and Jamkandi, CS BCCC Belgavi, Special DC Upper Krishna Project Pagalkot, Joint MD Smart City Limited Belgavi before joining Rani Channamma University as registrar. Being a voracious reader of books with keen interest in teaching and guiding students, he is recognized as a motivational speaker. His interest in the welfare of the student community is manifested in his authorship of books for students. The books written by him are One in All General Knowledge, book for competitive exams, KPSC, KS Main, GS book 1 to 4, Kannada Literature, KS Main book. I welcome you, sir, for joining as the inaugurator of today's international webinar. It is my honor and privilege to introduce an extraordinary leader, a visionary educationist, and a trailblazer in the field of institutional development, Dr. Rajeshri Nagaraju Madam, the esteemed President of Maratha Mandal Belgavi. She is the President of today's international webinar. On this special occasion, we shine a spotlight on the exceptional educationist and guiding force behind Maratha Mandal, Dr. Rajeshri Nagaraju Madam. Dr. Rajeshri Nagaraju Madam, a distinguished educationist from Belgaum district, has been selected for the Kannada Rajyotsava Award during the 7th Rajyotsava celebration in recognition for her remarkable contribution to the education and social service in Karnataka. For nearly 20 years, she has successfully managed and developed 38 educational institutions, uplifting thousands of students across the region. She holds an honorary doctorate from Central Christian University, Malawi, East Africa, and fluent in English, Hindi, Marathi, Kannada, Gujarati, and Konkani. Dr. Rajeshri Madam's achievements includes recognition from the Guinness World Records, Asia Book of Records, World Record India, Indian Achiever Book of Records, and Indian Book of Records. She received the Person of the Year Education Award in 2007 and the Rashtriya Bhushan Award in 2017. She spearheaded the historic Ekatmata event on 26th January 2000. 15,800 students and staff of the Maratha Mandal institutions sang patriotic songs together, creating a world record. She has also championed social causes, working actively with the Aradhana School for Special Children, the Women's Injustice Redressal Committee, Sri Shakti Sangh, and serving as president of POCSO Local Complaints Redressal Committee for Belgaum District. Dr. Rajeshri Nagaraju Madam's lifelong dedication to education, empowerment, and community service has earned her this prestigious honor from the Karnataka government. I heartily welcome you, Madam, for joining as a president of today's international webinar. It is my honor to introduce our esteemed keynote speaker for today's international webinar, Revisit to India, Dr. Jitendra D. Soni. He is an accomplished academician with 20 years of teaching experience in the government sector. He holds an MA, MPhil and PhD from Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. His doctoral research focused on role of diaspora in India's development, a case study of Rajasthani immigrants to the USA. He has served internationally as a visiting researcher at Monash University, Australia, and as a visiting scholar at the University of North Texas, USA. Dr. Soni has successfully completed an ICSSR funded research project on labor migration from Sikar, Churu, and Junujunu district to West Asia. A recipient of several prestigious awards, he has been honored with the UGC GRF research grant from Sussex University, UK, ICSSR, IUSSP, the Welcome Award from France, and the TIE Fellowship Award, among others. He has received a Vice Chancellor letter of appreciation for extraordinary academic contribution. Dr. Soni has convened national conferences, online research methodology courses, webinars, and state-sponsored programs. He also serves as a subject expert for various state public service commissions and education boards. With 29 published research papers, a co-authored class 12 textbook RBSE, 100 plus conference presentation, 3 keynote addresses, and 21 invited talks, Dr. Soni sir actively contributed as a resource person for PhD coursework and at academic staff colleges across universities. At present, sir is working associate professor and head department of geography, government arts college, Sikar, Rajasthan. I welcome you, sir, for joining as a keynote speaker of today's international webinar. Once again, I welcome one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the graceful introduction. We are honored to have with us Sri Santosh Kamagowda, KS, Registrar RCU Belgavi, to inaugurate this webinar and address the participants.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Is my voice is audible?
Yes, sir, it is audible.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Honorable dignitaries, respected scholars, distinguished speakers, and dear participants. It is my profound honor to inaugurate this national level, international level webinar on the theme, especially revisit to India. This theme is not just a conceptually rich. I can say it is emotionally compelling, academically transformative, and it is equally nationally significant. And when we say revisit to India, we are not merely exploring the history. We are seeking to rediscover the intellectual strength, cultural depth, and civilizational wisdom that have shaped our nation across the millennia. India is one of the world's oldest continuous civilizations, yet our greatest strength is not age, it is renewability. India knows how to reinvent, rethink, and rise again. Today, as we stand at the crossroads of rapid technological progress and global transitions, revisiting India is not a backward journey, it is a deliberate academic act and a conscious attempt to understand who we are and who we are and who we were and who we aspire to become. From Takshashila to Indian Institute of Science, from Charaka to Dr. Hargovinda Quran, from Panini to modern artificial intelligence researchers, our knowledge system have always been rooted in inquiry and excellence. Revisiting India means acknowledging that knowledge is in this land was never fragmented, and it harmonized science with philosophy, technology, with ethics, and progress with purpose. This spirit must guide our researchers, educators, and as well as our students today. Every era in India's history carries stories of courage of reform, courage of innovation, and courage of transformation. We have faced so many inventions, disruptions, pandemics, economic challenges, and global uncertainties. Yet India always emerged stronger. This resilience is not accidental. It is embedded in our civilization character, Sahana Shakti, the strength to absorb, adapt, and advance. Bharat today stands at a historic inflection point. Youngest demographic profile in the world. You know about this. Fastest growing major economy. And it is a rising global credibility, a leadership in digital innovation and space sciences, expanding influence in geopolitics and sustainability. To leverage these opportunities, we need confidence rooted in identity and ambition fueled by knowledge. When we revisit India, we do not merely revisit the past, we revisit our possibilities. Our youth must know that they are inheriting not just a country, but a civilization that believes in Vidya Dadati Vinayam. Knowledge gives humility. Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. Excellence is our duty. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The world is one family. If our students understand these values deeply, they will not just chase careers, they will shape the history. As we begin today's webinar, let us commit ourselves to a deeper academic reflection and a renewed national mindset. Let us revisit India not to admire what was, but to activate what can be. Let us revisit India not to remember, but to reinvent. With these thoughts, I am pleased and privileged to inaugurate this enriching webinar. May today's deliberations inspire new learning, new research, and new hope. Thank you all. Jai Hind. Namaste.
Thank you, sir, for inaugurating the webinar and for your inspiring words. Really, sir, India is great and we are fortunate to be the Indians. And your quote, Vidya Didati Vinayam, is really making us to give more strength. Thank you, sir, once again. We now move on to the keynote address of this webinar, a awaited moment. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome Dr. Jitendra Soni, Sir, Associated Professor, Department of Geography, Government Arts College, Rajasthan, to share his insight on the theme Revisit to India.
Respected organizers, esteemed dignitaries, and participants. Very good evening to all of you. And my path is now a bit easy because Sri Santosh Kumar Registrar has really, this explained well the motive of this, the selection of this topic. I again congratulate Maratha Mandal Degree College, Belgaum, for organizing such a beautiful conference webinar. I'm sharing my screen and then we will proceed. Can you see my presentation?
Sir. Yes, sir.
My presentation is visible?
Yeah, visible, sir. Visible.
Okay, okay. I think some technical issue is there from my side. Okay. Tell me one more thing. Are slides moving?
Yes, sir.
Fine, fine. See, today this international webinar is on revisit to India. So, for this webinar, for this topic, I have selected an area of my talk that is revisit to Indian diaspora and recognizing their contributions. Right, because very rightly said by Santosh Kumar that we will not reiterate our history, but at the same time, we should also think about creating something new, creating something valuable, creating something which is really remarkable and that can change the entire image of India globally. See, when we are talking about revisit to Indian diaspora and recognizing their contribution, because today the size of Indian diaspora is very big. It is more than 35 million people, of Indian origin or NRIs are living across the world in different countries. This journey started in pre-colonial era when Indian Buddhist monks and the traders moved in different parts of the world. So first, it was a journey of this spreading the religious teachings, and then traders also moved in different parts of the world, and during colonial era our laborers, under certain categories like indentured, Kangani, Mistri, they were taken to different parts of the world, especially in those areas where either the Britishers started their infrastructural projects or for the plantation. And this time, the free and passage immigration was very low. So the image of Indians globally were like coolies. But there was a shift, and in post-colonial era, the things have been changed, and we have seen two distinct stream in post-colonial era. One is the skill migration. Under this skill migration category, our skilled people, skilled personals, professionals, educated people, they moved in different parts of the world. Especially, they have chosen the developed pockets of the world. So the well-educated and professionally capable Indians migrated in various developed countries like United States, Canada, UK, and many other areas in Europe, and later on to Australia. And this migration is still increasing, both in terms of its magnitude as well as in its spread. And we have seen many times in newspapers, in magazines, that this is simply a brain drain from India. But this brain drain is now changing into brain circulation, and in coming future I am sure that we will experience brain gain also. The second stream is Gulf migration, because when in 1970s in Gulf countries there was an abrupt, this knowledge about the storage of oil, and due to this smart income in developed countries, the infrastructure boom was observed. And due to this there was a huge demand for laborers, and in this time the Indian unskilled and semi-skilled laborers also migrated in Gulf countries in a very good number. And this in post-colonial era, the image of Indians outside India was not seen as coolies, but rather they have been considered as competent and committed professionals. So there was a shift. Again, we have seen a shift in the present era of globalization when we are experiencing information, communication, and transportation revolution. So, under this revolution, the migration of knowledge workers catalyzed and mobility increase. So the young professionals, the young skilled personals, they are fulfilling their ambitions, fulfilling their goals by accessing the global opportunities. And this is possible now because of the speedy transportation and ease of communication. And uh, now we can see that there is a clear shift. The Indian immigration history is now showing a clear shift, and where we can see that this mass of young professionals, of young work, this skilled workers, that is slowly and slowly dominating the entire stock of Indian diaspora. And this new dimension of international migration is passing through multiple experiences for places of origin and destinations. The migration and development relationship is now not as it was earlier. Now, the experience of such migration is entirely different for both the places of origin and the places of destination. The outcome of such migrations can be termed as brain drain, brain circulation, brain gain, etc. Right, till last 2 3 decades, India was experiencing a brain drain, surely. But later on, when the scenario changed in India, then the people who moved, they started revisiting India, right? And at the same time, people who were moving during this period, they remain well connected with India, Indian institutions, Indian colleagues. And this way, this brain drain changed into the wave of brain circulation. And I'm sure that later on, we will enter into the era of brain gain also. So the nature of outcome of such a migration process, which is heavily loaded by the young skilled professionals, has also undergone through dramatic and drastic modifications with the expansion of knowledge economy, virtual sharing, and quality of migrants. And because of this, the entire this gamut of migration and development relationship is redefined. And that is why I have already mentioned that now the outcomes of migration are totally different from the early experiences which we had. When we talk about migration and development, we know very well that the human migration is an important part of human development at various scales. The movement of people and their interactions have influenced the development of human civilization, enriched the culture, and technological change. We know very well, and many of the theories, they are clearly mentioning that the human origin was largely in the continent of Africa, and from there people moved in different parts of the globe. And we have seen the mushrooming of civilization at different places. And because of that, the entire this the entire human society have shown development and growth. So that is why we can see that migration is an important part of human development. The studies and reports on international migration have clearly shown that there is a close interplay between the international migration and development. And see, there are such developments are depending upon the migration. The first is when we are talking about the migration and development relationship, that how this relationship will be or how the relationship is, that is depending on these points. Number one, the composition and direction of migration. I mean, it is totally and totally unskilled people, or it is totally and totally skilled people, or the stock is having various compositions. So on the basis of that, the development and migration relationship take a direction. The second thing is flow and use of remittances. How well you are using the remittances, how well the family back home using the remittances. That is also very important, because if the society is using the remittances only and only for the consumption, then this the outcome of migration will not be that much fruitful. Then sharing of knowledge and skills. Though in case of India, this is not very strong till date, but still we are thinking that in this new era, when people are looking back towards their home country, they are revisiting India. In this era, we can be sure that there will be more sharing of knowledge and skills. Then the growth and role of intermediaries is also important. Then quality of linkages. What kind of bonding a country is having with her diaspora. That is also very important. Like if we take our case, we have a little bit this a poor documentation, and because of that, the quality of linkages are not that strong which China is enjoying. So we can learn lessons from the good experiences from the various countries. Then the level of economic development of place of origin and destination. This is also very important, because in case of India, we can clearly see that in last 3-4 decades, there is a remarkable change in Indian scenario. Our many sectors are developing well and giving leadership to the world in various sectors. And because of that, India have changed its image at the international platform. And due to this, the people out of India, I mean Indian diaspora, they are also feeling proud when they are affiliating themselves to their motherland. And the role of governing agencies is really very important, because the government is a sole body which can ignite and initiate the processes which can lead to better results of migration and development relationship. And we can see that there are three prominent theoretical paradigms to explain the migration and development interplay. I'll not go much in much detail of these, but just I'll give a flip about these three. One is the dominant theoretical paradigm. It is also called optimistic theoretical paradigm, because in this theoretical framework, it is assumed that initially, when people are migrating from place of origin, then there is a vacuum. There is a vacuum because of a draining of a good stock from that particular area. But later on, when the people who moved away, when they are sharing the benefits, when they are sending remittances, when they are sharing their global exposure, so because of that, the things are changing at the place of origin. And this way, the place of origin is also getting a boost in case of development. The two prominent theorists, Middle and Hirschman, they have explained this in detail. So, in this theoretical paradigm, it is clear that this paradigm is highlighting that both the place of destination, the origin and place of destination, both are getting benefit out of this migration. But when we see the alternative theoretical paradigm, this paradigm is very much influenced by the neo-Marxist approach, and the people who gave this theoretical framework, they have clearly shown that the migration between the developed and developing pockets of the world is clearly exploitative in terms of political and economic relationship between these two destinations and origin, right? So the focus of this approach is on inequalities and constraints of life produced by the macroeconomic processes. So this alternative theoretical paradigm can is very well explained by the Samir Amin in his dependency theory. The third paradigm, that is emerging theoretical paradigm, this theoretical paradigm is having the interdisciplinary approach, where this theoretical paradigm is closely analyzing both the pros and cons of the entire this migration and development relationship. And the two new approaches were emerged out of this emerging theoretical paradigm, and these are new economics of labor migration and perspective on migration and development. So this theoretical paradigm is very much suitable for Indian case, because if we see India, then India is the largest recipient of remittances throughout the world. At the same time, nowadays we are seeing that a good amount of investment is also coming from diaspora community, and philanthropically also they are contributing in various sectors. So in this way, we can see that one side there are many positives of this migration process. On the other hand, we can see that the capable people who were trained in our institutions, they later on served outside India. So it is a kind of what we call brain drain. So there are both pros and cons. So in this way, we can see that our experience is much more closer to the emerging theoretical paradigm. But if we talk about the knowledge transfer and sharing, then I will say that we are, experiencing the alternative theoretical paradigm, because in case of knowledge transfer and sharing, the outcomes are very poor. So the roots of development of concern of for the Indians abroad by Indian authorities, if we discuss, then initially, we were very indifferent about this Indian community living outside India. But later on, when this community grown up, and they have, developed their economic, diplomatic, and philanthropic strength, then we really realized. And due to this, a high level commission headed by L.M. Singhvi was established in 2000. And, for the recognition and appreciation of the work of Indian diaspora, the committee recommended that Pravasi Bharati Divas should be held on 9th January every year. We followed also for a few years, but later on, we just discontinued this process. And second, why why this attitudinal change was there. So in the recent years, the Indian attitude towards overseas Indians have undergone important shift because of two reasons. Number one, the overseas Indian community is neglected for a very long period, and they struggled a lot to improve their miserable conditions with their hard work and this entrepreneurial skills, and still retain their culture and affection for India. So this was one reason, due to which we have changed our attitude towards the overseas Indians. The secondly, in recent past, they have made sizable contribution through remittances to their homeland, and at the same time, their composition is also changing. So there are various reasons, and because of that, in March 1999, Government of India launched a Person of Indian Origin card scheme. We also, later on, thrown the dual citizenship on Indian diaspora, right? And we now call them uh, people which are popularly known as overseas citizens in India, right? So we are trying to create a warmth between the India and Indian diaspora. We are trying to make our bonding much, this strong. with our diasporic community. So in the year 2004, the government of India has established a separate Ministry of Forces in Indian Affairs. But later on, this ministry was closed. That is a different issue. I'm not going to talk about this here. But so many steps were taken in this period. And we have recognized the contribution of Indian diaspora in various sectors, like in case of leadership and political participation. We are seeing that there are many countries where political, heads are either Indians or, Indians are in a very good position. And the second thing is the cultural contribution. The diasporic community is real cultural ambassadors of India throughout the globe. The second is academic contribution. If now we see the composition of various leading universities or the research institutions, we can clearly identify or we can clearly mark the Indian presence there. So that means not many Indian professionals, not many Indian this academics, they are working in a very good position in different parts of the world. And business contribution globally, the Indian communities, Indian entrepreneurs, they are really doing well in different parts of the world, and they are really doing a very good business, and they have their own recognition. Then the technological contribution, we can see that in last 2-3 decades, many technocrats, moved in different parts of the world, and they have gave the leadership to many technological areas in the advancement and in the what we call it in the creation of technology. And because of all these, because of all kinds of recognition and all kinds of achievements, we are looking back to Indian diaspora. And at the same time, in India, you can see that development is taking place. Our industry is showing a good boom, right? And overall environment in India is changing a lot. And because of that, this diasporic community is looking back to India, and that is a very good sign of revisit India. And I hope if such waves will take place in different sectors, then definitely by 2047 India will become a developed country, if we will move in the right direction, if we will really serve our citizens, if we will really uplift the people who are still lagging behind from the mainstream of development. With these words, thank you very much. I again, give thanks to the Maratha Mandal Degree College for giving me this opportunity to interact with people on this platform. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening on the concept of migration and development, brain drain, brain circulation, brain grain, Indian diaspora, and other concepts. These are the very really concepts which you have highlighted. Thank you for your keynote address, sir, once again. Our president of this function, Dr. Rajeshri Nagaraju ma'am, is busy in some session, so she is going to join us later. Let's move ahead. To express gratitude on behalf of the organizing committee, I call upon Srimati Surekha Kamale ma'am to propose the vote of thanks for this inaugural session.
Good evening and Jai Hind to all. As we conclude the inaugural function of this international webinar on revisit to India, it is my honor to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of the organizing committee. First and foremost, I express my heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest and inaugurator, Sri Santosh Kamagowda, KS Registrar, Rani Chennamma University, Belgavi. Sir, your inspiring address has set a meaningful direction for today's event. We are truly grateful for your valuable time and motivating words. Thank you very much, sir. My sincere thanks to our respected President of Maratha Mandal Belgaum, Rajyotsava awardee Dr. Rajashree Nagaraju, Madam, who is supposed to be the President of this webinar, but could not join this today due to unavoidable reason. We are grateful to her support, goodwill, and encouragement toward this program. Thank you very much, Madam. I extend my warm appreciation to our keynote speaker, Dr. Jitendra Soni, for delivering an insightful and thought-provoking introduction to this theme. Your words have enriched the intellectual foundation of this webinar. Thank you very much, sir. Finally, I thank all the participants, faculty members, and invited guests who have joined us for the inaugural session. Your presence and enthusiasm truly means a lot to us. With gratitude, we now move ahead to the next part of the event. Wishing you all a meaningful and enriching webinar. Thank you very much.
Knowledge becomes powerful when shared. Let us move to our technical session 1. Let's begin this technical session with the introduction and welcoming of the guests. It's my privilege to introduce and welcome today's main speaker of this technical session 1. We are privileged to have Shri Mahadev Ashtekar sir among us today. Sir is born and brought up in Kakti, completed his SSLC and graduation from Maratha Mandal College of Commerce, Belgaum. Sir has started his career as tax practitioner and then joined in Siemens. While working, he has completed his MBA from Symbiosis and also completed certification course on project management from Siemens. Presently, Sir is working with Siemens Healthineers as commercial head in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. With this brief introduction, I personally and on behalf of the committee welcome you, sir. This session will be reported by Dr. Atul Bhave, sir. So, let me introduce and welcome today's reporter. Dr. Atul Vijay Bhave, sir, is an accomplished academician and researcher with over 13 years and 2 months of undergraduate and 6 years and 4 months of postgraduate teaching experience in commerce. He has served in reputed institutions under the University of Mumbai and Shivaji University and is currently associated with Babasaheb Maratha Arts and New Commerce Science College, Rajpur. He holds a PhD, is NET set qualified and has contributed extensively to academia through 22 plus research papers, multi-books, minor research projects, and 2 published patents. Dr. Bhave sir has also served as a Board of Studies member, acted as research person, coordinated and conveyed several state, national, and international seminars, and continues to guide students in academic research and personal development. A dedicated educator and researcher, he constantly working towards upgrading teaching methods, enhancing financial awareness, and contributing to the development of commerce education. With this brief introduction, I personally, on my own behalf and behalf of the committee, I welcome you, sir. Sir, I kindly request you to carry on with your reporter task. Now, let's move further. I kindly request today's main speaker of this session, Shri Mahadev Ashtekar, Head of Commercial Company, Siemens Healthineer, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, to carry on the session.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me an opportunity to speak. First of all, it is my immense honored. I'm really honored that you invited me for this international webinar. Currently, I'm sitting in a hotel. By the way, I'm based in Riyadh, but currently I'm on business trip to Bahrain. We have a management workshop, so sorry if my view is not better here. Um, First of all, revisit India is a very, very it's as Mr. Santosh sir said, it depends how you take it. For me, sometimes I go on visit to India. That is my revisit to India, and then we got to experience a lot of new things, and that is something personal to me. But last, just eventually the last week, one of my colleague asked me if where do you want to spend your retirement? Yeah, being an NRI, Dr. Jitesh Soni sir, he rightly said that we came here with some purpose. Maybe some people want to earn money, some people want to develop their own personality, some people want to, live in developed countries. Everyone has their own motive. Yeah, and you know, aligning with the same thought what Dr. Jitendra Soni said, I totally agree with him. The being an NRI is sometimes very emotional when we look back to India, what we left behind and where we came. Yeah. And yeah, that's right. But we are also, not to forget, we are also contributing like 112 uh, crore lakh every year to Indian economy as a remittance transfer. Yeah. So this is also not a small amount that coming to India, which is helping Indian economy as well. As we all know, in India, we are producing large number of graduates every year. We are too competent. Yeah. So in each and every Indian look like a small India in himself or herself. So we are so competent. We want to grow either in India or outside in India. So for us, word is family. So for me, for example, especially when this guy asked me where you want to spend your retirement, it reminds me one of the best quote from our late Prime Minister, Indira Gandhi. In 1984, when Rakesh Sharma was in space, she got a chance to speak to him, and she asked him, "मेरा भारत कैसा दिखता है?" I mean, how my India looks from space. And he smiled and he says, Sare jahan se acha. Yeah. So there is no point of discussing where I want to spend my retirement. The decision is India, right? So we are just a visitor here. Yeah. But yes, Indian diaspora is very big, and um, we are contributing in a various way. Like, for example, the first choice of doctor outside India is Indian. So whoever want get sick, they first find an Indian doctor because they know that there will be a solution to it. Yeah, we are dominance in the field of IT. As you know, globally, we have so many CEOs: Google, Adobe, IBM, you name it, and everywhere Indians are ruling. So now, yes, it was a requirement. People were moving just to get a better income, but now it become a requirement for the globe. Yeah. So globally, people are calling us because they want honest, hardworking people who can support their economy. And this has become an most important thing in the world now. You can imagine that in UAE, for example, last week I was in Dubai. I was discussing with one of the real estate agents there, and he surprised me that we are the number one investor in Dubai currently, also in US. So we used to earn for ourselves for back in India, but now we are also started investing in their own economies. Yeah. So we are also owning land outside India. That is another one thing. Um, Digital eye point of view, as we all know that all our graduates comes with a excellent digital skill. We have like implemented recently the Aadhaar, as we know, and this is what I think this I actually noted down the word largest biometric system what we implemented. Can you imagine 1.3 billion people are being registered to this system. This is nowhere going to happen. India is such a incredible that anything may happen in India. COVID, for example, we perform so well in COVID. We control the COVID so well. So when I do the revisit India, I have a lot of proud moments to say to other people outside India that I am Indian, and I'm a proud Indian. I'm very happy to go back whenever it comes. So obviously the income what we earn from outside India, definitely we are reinvesting, we are building businesses there. We also started utilizing the fund for our own economy, along with what we are earning from the outside. We are also supporting outside countries and also supporting our own country. So yeah, exactly. So this is how I see my own India, and when I go and visit India again, then I proudly say that not to him also, not to myself as well, I am happy to retire in India. Yeah, that's small my own experience. Saying that, I would like to congratulate the Maratha Mandal Institute and my mentor, Mr. Hiramani Moeraki sir. He's also my good friend. And thank you again for inviting me for this session. And I wish you all the best.
Yes, sir, really. We are economically developing and we Indians are nurtured through competent. Thank you, sir, for your highly informative session. We now proceed to the technical session 2, where our selected delegates will present their research papers. We request all the presenters to strictly follow the time limit and share their key findings. Let us begin the session. I call upon Assistant Professor Pratibha Puneri Ma'am, Department of English, Jain Engineering College, Belgaum, to express her thoughts on this theme.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening.
Little disturbance.
अतुल सर म्यूट करा. थोडे म्यूट करा. पेपर प्रेझेंटेशन झाल्यानंतर तुम्ही प्रेझेंट करा सर.
I kindly request all the delegates and participants to just mute.
Good evening to one and all. First, I would like to thank Maratha Mandal Degree College giving me this opportunity to present the paper. To my presentation paper topic is From Human to Human Resource, the Catalytic Role of Soft Skills in the Service-Based Industry. I, Mrs. Pratibha Puneri, Assistant Professor of English, Jain College of Engineering, Belgaum. Today, I would like to present the paper on how the soft skills is going to helpful to convert the human to human resource. So soft skills means a broad set of skills, behavior, and attitude and personal qualities. When we move back to the history of the soft skills, it is traced back to the US militaries between 1968 to 1972. Dr. Paul G. Whitmore, in 1972, he presented the paper on soft skills in the Conrad Business School. In that, he specified that, he pointed out that the military of the US, they are very well skilled in how to use the equipments, but they are not yet skilled to how to lead the military team. And because of this, now we are in the 21st century, but still we are in the AI world, the machine 2.2, 2.0, 4.0 world. But the soft skills, those are the unbeatable skills. Why? Because the success of the business is not just to what was achieved, that means your targets, but you have to think how to be achieved, that means your behavior. So 85% of our job is depending upon a soft skills today. Your hard skills may helps to reach your resume, but your soft skills are helps to get the job. So specializing hard skills are rising and falling at a surprise speed. Job market is tough, but at a time the soft skills matter more than ever. You can take the example of chai point. You can see anywhere in your surrounding, in your campus or any institutions or corporate companies. Those are the chai ponds. These are the best example. They are not just chai wallas. They are seen as a customer experience specialists because they turned a simple beverage, chai, to service into a indispensable part of their customer daily routine. Because nowadays the chai wallas or the chai ponds are a booming startups or a booming economic, a booming business because their service towards to the people, it sounds more and more good. So soft skills develop more harmonious interpersonal relationships we can develop through the soft skills. For example, you can take the example of a Google CEO, Sundar Pichai. Once in a 2018, when was the protest against the Google, he response to the protest was not defensive. He just put the mail to all of his employees. I just read a one line on in that email. I understand the anger and disappointment that many of you feel. I feel it too. It shows that how the employer have the concerns towards to the employees, and he stretched his hands to upliftment of the entire company. It shows that emotional intelligence speaks more than your technical skills. And you can take the example of Apple company founder Steve Jobs. He said that you can share your ideas he can share his ideas how to handle the employees. He showed that the better communication skills and soft skills they can solve the many more problems by unlocking the communication. So today the world is in service based industry. Those are the only one asset they have, that is their people. When the service based industry come to know about the potential of their people, then it is going to be successful in their businesses. I heard the Deepak Ora, the ambassador of India, he pointed out that trust is the basis of all human business and relations. And today, the world is moving through our emotional, empathy, and sympathy kind of the soft skills. Now, the government has also introduced program focused on emotional and social skills from India to Singapore, from England to the UK. Soft skills are becoming the part of our curriculum also. Even you can look at the syllabus of the engineering. They have turned the technical English to the soft skills and the communication skills because they have given a more importance for the people or the students. They have to become a resource person to our nation, and this resource person bring a lot of opportunity to our India. I ended my conversation with the one quote, that is visual, vocal, verbal. It would be a bring many more opportunities to India. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you, ma'am, for your knowledge sharing concept on soft skill. I call upon Assistant Professor Deepak Burud Sir, Srimati Kusmavati Mirji Arts, Commerce and Science College, Bedkehar, to share his views.
Okay, let me share my screen. Just a moment. Hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes.
Good evening all present over here. I am Professor Deepak Brood, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Commerce, Srimati Kusmati Mirzi Arts and Commerce College, Bedkyar. This evening I'm happy to present my views on a title, The Role of Green HRM in Promoting Environmental Awareness and Eco-friendly Work Behavior. And that will going to connect to the Revisit India later. Ladies and gentlemen, it's important to understand what is Green HRM. The Green HRM refers to the HR practices that integrate sustainability into recruitment, training, performance evaluations, and employees' behavior. This will going to help us to reduce the carbon footprint and improve the environmental performance while fostering employee responsibility toward environment. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very important to understand the key drivers of Green HRM or key component of the Green HRM, because those are going to influence factors for the sustainable practice. Let us see, it's important to understand the organization should hire the candidate who value the sustainability and prefer eco-conscious professionals. It ensures the environmental responsibility begin from every entry level. That is what recruitment should take place in a green way. To understand my topic in detail, the employee should receive the training on the sustainability, energy efficiency, and the waste management, and that will going to help us to build skill required to support the organization environmental goals. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important to understand the environmental responsibility become a part of performance evaluation, and the employees are encouraged to achieve the measurable green target and the outcome. Yes, I can understand it's important to understand the reward, which is important component of the HR. That should be designed in such a way that it will lead to the eco-friendly activities in an organization. I'm proud to say that another important component included in the Green HRM, that is workplace culture. Yeah, it's okay to understand how organizations should promoting the culture where environmental values are being practiced daily. Employees develop the eco-friendly habits through the collective responsibility and the positive work. I can understand how employees' engagement is important in this process. Employees are being engaged to join the green campaign, awareness drive, environmental volunteering, and the participations will lead to the commitment and the ownership toward green goal. I'm happy, and this is a crucial point of the HR component, that is green health and safety. Organization ensure the pollution-free, clean, and the safe workplace, use of non-toxic material and ergonomic method that protect both employee and the environment. I'll be more happy if this component should be one of the important component of the HR, that is innovation. The employees are supposed to be introduced the creative eco-friendly ideas and technologies. Innovations drives continuous improvement and sustainability practice. To understand this topic further, there should be guidelines and the rules should be implemented across departments, and policy should be ensuring long-term accountability toward the sustainable operations. The last, that is very important, that is green learning and awareness program. The regular learning platform promote the knowledge about the climate responsibility and environmental conservation. These programs ensure the continuous awareness among the employees. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very important to understand the role of Green HRM in environmental awareness. The Green HRM conduct sustainability workshop and orientation program that teach the environmental value. This increase the knowledge about the conservation and strengthen the awareness across the workplace. Employees should be educated on the saving energy, reducing waste, using resource efficiently. This helps the cultivate the permanent awareness, environmental responsibility in the organization. Now let's see how this green HRM and the eco-friendly work behavior tally. That is what the important gist of my paper. The green HRM encourages the employee to adopt the environmental friendly habits such as reducing the paper use, recycling and switching off the unused equipment. This gradually shape the daily work behavior toward the sustainability. Participations in the green initiatives like plantations drives, carbon pooling and cleanup campaign is encouraged and rewarded, linking recognition to the eco-friendly behavior, which will build a long-term motivation for sustainable action. Conclusion part of my work. Green HRM is a pivotal in shaping the organization's sustainable cultures. Organizations should enhance the training and the reward system and the green policies for the long-term sustainability. Employees should be motivated to actively participate in the green initiative to ensure the better workplace on the planet. My study on the role of green HRM in promoting the environmental awareness and the eco-friendly work behavior align strongly with the objectives of Revisit India, which emphasize on the rebuilding the nations through the sustainability and the responsible development. The green HRM support this mission by integrating the environmental values into the organization practice and employee behavior, ensuring that workplace become active contributor to the ecological conservation. By adopting the green HRM and the green recruitment, training, performance management, and the reward system, organization motivate the employees to reduce the waste, conserve the resource, and participate in the green initiatives, thus creating a culture of environmental responsibility. Such workplace-driven behavior changes not only improve the business sustainability, but also support Revisit India's broader vision of transforming communities, protecting natural resources, and achieving long-term environmental well-being for the country. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for patience hearing. My big thanks goes to Dr. Hiramani sir and Dr. Mullah sir for this beautiful opportunity. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir, for highlighting us on green HRM fostering sustainability. Let's call Dr. Basalraj sir, Principal of Dakshin Maharashtra Sanstha Mandal's College of Business Administrative, to express his views.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Continue. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
It's my immense pleasure to speak on this beautiful evening. My topic, my paper's topic is Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Management Practices, a case study of Afzal Khan work. In India, we have seen many statues of Shivaji Maharaj. In India, we see many banners of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj killing Afzal Khan. But we have not thrown light on the skills, planning and management tactics what Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj used in this ambush or battle. While stating that the spiritual guru of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, Sri Ramdas Swami, said that निश्चयाचा महामेरू बहुत जनांसी आधारू अखंड स्थितीचा निर्धारू श्रीमान योगी. While speaking about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, Ramdas Swami said that he is a person who is like we can say before independence we used to say that India, or the poets have said that India is a bird of golden, or सोने की चिड़िया कहते थे हम. But we have forgotten the main diamonds like Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Maharana Pratap and other great leaders who have contributed a lot. So in this paper, I have tried to highlight the management skill sets what Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj used to tackle the situation. The background of this situation was during 1659, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj got a gift from Lord in terms of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj. Sambhaji Maharaj was born, and during that time, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's wife, Saibai, after giving birth to Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, was not well. She was battling with life and was bedridden. At that point of a time, the Adil Shahi sent Afzal Khan on Maratha Empire to conquer and capture Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. So you can imagine the kind of emotional pressure Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was handling. One side, he was happy that he was blessed with a baby boy, and one side, he was in a deep sorrow where his loved one, Saibai, was not well. She was battling with the life. And other side, Afzal Khan, he was entering Swaraj from Turzapur, destroying the temple of Ma Bhavani, then trying to destroy the Pandharpur temple, then various other temples, the various people he tried to torture. His army was kidnapping young women, and the torture was very terrible. Many Bakhars have explained about that situation in a different way. So from there, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was in a very dilemma what to do in this situation, wherein Afzal Khan had a huge army and Shivaji Maharaj had a very minimal army and resources. So when Afzal Khan came to Vai at that point of a time, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj planned, and he was worried. At that point of a time, it was his practice to read Dasbodh every day. So one night when he was reading Dasbodh, he felt sleepy and he slept there. And in his dream, Ai Bhavani Mata came and told that you are going to win, just tackle the situation with your patience and cool, calm nature. So immediately Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj woke up at 2 o'clock and started planning. He sent his envoy, Mr. Gopinath, to meet Afzal Khan at Vai, and from then he decided a meeting place at Pratapgarh. Geographically, if you see, Pratapgarh area was very difficult for Afzal Khan's army to reach. So there the ambush he planned. So the tactical way he planned, the situation, the scenario, directly if the army would have fought, it was very difficult for Shivaji Maharaj to win that war. But tactically and plan made Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj to win that battle. Wherein negotiation skills he used. First thing was, when Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj had sent his envoy to meet Afzal Khan, that time they checked that Afzal Khan was there and gifts to him, and looking at that he came to know that Shivaji Maharaj is very rich, and once if he captures Shivaji Maharaj, all wealth also will be of Afzal Khan. So that greed made him to come to the fort of our Pratapgarh, and there the ambush was planned, and meeting also, in brief I will complete, very short of time. There the meeting was fixed and army was not directly brought in place, but in a tent, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and Afzal Khan, they both were about to meet. So you can imagine the level of thinking of Shivaji Maharaj. Before meeting him, few days before, Shivaji Maharaj used to practice Mall Yuddha or Kusti with the same weight and heighted person of Afzal Khan, so that when Afzal Khan will meet at that point of time, how to tackle that person, which tactics to use, so that practice he used. So practice is another management tactic what he used after planning. Then when they both were about to meet, it was decided that only two bodyguards used to be carried. So again, there the strategy of team or the HR practices were used, wherein Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj used of choosing right person at right place, such as Jiva Mahal. That's why it is said that Hota Jiva Manun Vatsala Shiva. So the way of choosing the right person at right place is really hats off to Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. So further story, you all know how Shivaji Maharaj killed and all, and after that war was about to end, whatever the horses, elephants, convoys, or whatever the swords and all the arms, whatever Afzal Khan's army had brought, everything was taken by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, and that plan was of doubling the resources from that war. So you can see from very minimum resources how he conquered that war and how he was able to tackle that situation. So in brief, if we see, Shivaji Maharaj used strategical planning and critical thinking in such a scenario when he was in a dilemma of Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, by birth of a son and loss of his loved one. Saibai was no more that time. Then intellectual and information, he had Bahirji Naik like a spy who used to find information and give right information. So intelligence and information management was the another skill used by Shivaji Maharaj. Then risk assessment and control the damage. So by calling Afzal Khan to Pratapgarh fort, he minimized the risk and factor of losing. So with this we can say that the way we call Krishna Vande Jagat Guru, we can say that Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj is a management guru, and it is a need of an hour to visit these three great leaders such as Maharana Pratap, Kittur Rani Channamma, Shivaji Maharaj, all the freedom fighters who have contributed. We are supposed to throw light on them. Then only we will be able to find out the real management tactics, the real knowledge hub of India, and we can be a Vishwa Guru in the upcoming days. So if we see the various other countries, they are making research on their own leaders. But unfortunately, our youths are not aware about our management skills, what our leaders used to use, and because of which nowadays the drug addiction and all the addictions have come up. So it's a need of a time to revisit these great leaders with a new way of thinking, not only doing puja of these great leaders, but understanding what skills they had, what knowledge they had, what management practices they had, and inculcate those practices in our life. So I'm really thankful to Dr. Hiramani sir, my guide teacher, who always support me, Mahadev Dada, a person who is always behind our Satsang family, and all Maratha Mandal team, Mullah sir, Kamule madam, Manohar Dada, the person behind the scenario or behind this show. Thank you one and all for giving this opportunity.
First of all, towards Shivaji Maharaj. Thank you, sir, on highlighting us on the management skills and planning of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Thank you, sir. I call upon Shri Ramesh KD, research scholar, Vijayanagar, Shri Krishna Devaraya University, Bellary, to share his views.
Thank you so much, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Continue.
Yes, sir. Continue, sir.
Yes, myself, Ramesh KD. I'm research scholar from the Department of Physical Education and Sports Science, Vijayanagar, Shri Krishna Devaraya University, Bellary, and under the guidance of Dr. Shashidhar Kelu, assistant professor. So my topic is physical literacy and sports culture, reflections on SAY's revisit to India. So physical literacy is very, very important to a global concept of promoting lifelong participation in physical activity through the development of competency and confidence and motivation. So present days, we know the physical competitions and physical uh, emphasis of sports and physical education. So global efforts to foster and activity and health conscious societies. So SAYS is to the scientific advisory group of experts to India catalyze the evaluation of progress in physical education and promotion of scientific evidence based and influence of the SAYS reverse to India physical education system, emphasizing how it is strengthened sports culture and improved research collaboration, encouraged and community engagement. So very important. Today's my topic is physical literacy. So physical literacy is a foundation for lifelong physical activity and well-being growth of the cognitive and affective domains. So physical competency is the development of our movement mastering and motor skills, and also concept of confidence and motivation. So it is also development our feeling capable and willing to participate the physical activities and all other games. So and also knowledge and understanding. So knowledge and understanding also concept of physical literacy, recognizing the importance of physical activity for health, and also says reverse to India aimed to evaluate the implementation of physical education programs and promote collaboration between India and global researchers. These says reverse to India, these objectives included integrating traditional and modern approaches to fitness. So modern fitness is very important to developing the physical literacy and also promoting inclusivity and accessibility in physical activity. So supporting the curriculum reforms to include physical literacy. So physical literacy is included all physical activities and exercises and physical drills and also uh, Indian Indo Indian games like kabaddi, kho and other mallakamba, kusti. These games to develop the physical literacy in our country and in our state. So and also encouraging research in sports, science and education. So physical literacy. So nowadays our present era. So encouraging the research in sports science in that physical literacy. So physical literacy in the new world. So why? Because so we are know the physical activity, but we are not know the physical literacy. We are know the literacy of all other departments like uh, financial literacy, education literacy, and business literacy, but we don't know the physical literacy. So physical literacy is a our health and well-being. So what I am uh, percentage of literate in physical literacy, and also physical literacy in Indian education system. So previous before and the Supreme Court is a report submitted by the senior advocate Gopal Shankar Narayan, acting on amicus curiae, which is the declaration of sports as a fundamental right. He recommended the adaptation of the term of physical literacy in sports activities, and it recognized it as a fundamental right protected by Article 21 of the Constitution. Article 21 grants the every citizen the right of life and liberty. The further report process that all education boards include the Central Board of Secondary Education and the Indian Certificate of Secondary Education should be a mandate to ensure that a minimum of 90 minutes of each school day is dedicated to free play games. And also physical education and national education policy introduced NEP 2020 and importance of physical education a part of holistic learning, and also says to influence help the embed physical literacy principles in school and university programs. And also key developments include of NEP 2020 national education policy. So in training physical education teachers focus on skill development and inclusion. So this is also development of physical literacy and also introducing physical literacy assessments alongside academic evaluation. So daily we have compulsory the going to ground and also improvement our physical rate and physical literacy rate, and also promoting experiential learning through the sports, yoga, and traditional games, and also experimental learning through sports, yoga, and traditional games. Traditional games means, so our country traditional means like uh, yoga, aerobics, and kabaddi, kho. These are games in the traditional in our country, so promoting the experimental learning and physical literacy. This integration encourages active lifestyle and teamwork and emotional well-being so among the children and youths, and also impact on sports science and research on physical literacy says revise to also contribute to the development of sports science in India. Research institutions and universities have begun incorporating so many topics like physical education, including so many topics like biomechanics, physiology, psychology, and nutrition, in and also uh, biomechanics. These subjects, their programs, these advertisement have to improve athlete performance, reduce injuries, and promoted mental health awareness among sports persons. And also technological tools for fitness monitoring and advising based coaching methods have strengthened India's sports ecosystem, reflecting global best practices. And also sports culture, community engagement. So sports culture, it is very 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 important, and that is one of what other community culture. So physical literacy, by making it a natural for everyday life recommendations and encourages for says. So sports culture and community engagement, community based fitness inactive such as a fit India movement. So government of India also announced the Fit India movement. So there was the community-based fitness. Community-based fitness means, so we are all family like do fitness and friends and sports activities and sports team games and individual games like developing of the sports-based fitness communities, and also gender inclusive sports participations and revelations of indigenous games. So before I said indigenous games and Indian games like kabaddi, kho and wrestling, malakamba. These are also community engagement and development of community, and also development of physical literacy in our children and youth, and also community-based fitness interactive such as the Fit India movement. These are points measures to promote social inclusion and national pride and holistic health. There is a direct correlation between the physical literacy and wellness and well-being also. The frequent exercising is connected to several health advantages such as low risk of chronic illness, better mental and general health, and increased life expectancy. Physical literacy is crucial for promoting wellness and global good health and all time of life stages. So future, uh, we have seen the challenges, advocate infrastructure in rural and unserved regions, and because future also sports have the lot of challenges. We have see rural backgrounds, they're not providing the so many sports facilities. This is the very very big challenges for me, and also we have see the for understand the reasons for rural infrastructures and lack of awareness about the benefits of physical literacy. So we don't know the awareness of the physical literacy. Physical literacy means we development the movement skills like running, jumping, throwing. These are as the development our physical literacy, and also storage for training physical education professionals and limited founding of sports, science, and research. These are the challenges, future challenges, our physical literacy, including limited access to resource and facilities, which can hinder opportunities for regular physical activity and skill development. Additionally, a lack of awareness and understanding physical literacy, educators and parents and communities and sports coaches and sports trainers. So often results in influence support fostering these competencies from an early age. And also to future directions to enhance the physical literacy, strengthen an India sports culture, the following recommended future directions. integrated physical literacy into early childhood education is very, very important, and also enhance teaching, training through continuous professional development, and expand sports science research and data-driven policy planning, and foster public-private partnerships for sports development and encouraging lifelong participation through community reaction program. These all points is the future directions to promote the physical education and promote the sports and promote the and developing also physical literacies. Says reverse to India. I have concluded my topic. It says reverse to India has been instrumental in promoting the integration of physical literacy and sports culture and country's educational and social framework by broadening theory of practice. Says is encouraged evidence-based reform, enhanced sports science education, and reinforced the importance of inclusive participations in physical literacy. Society contributes not only improved health and fitness but also to national development and social well-being. Continued collaboration, innovation, and research are essential to sustaining the positive transmission of says reverse to India and also physical education and physical literacy. Thank you so much for such a wonderful opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you so much, sir.
Yes, sir. It is rightly said. Health is wealth. Thank you, sir, on highlighting the importance of physical literacy. Now, I call upon Dr. Vijayalakshmi Devgoji to express her thoughts.
Can you hear, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I can hear
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Continue.
First of all, good evening, all of you. And I am very thankful that Maratha Mandal Degree College and organizer of this webinar giving me the opportunity to read my research paper. But I am going to read my research paper in Marathi language. It's okay, ma'am?
Okay. Continue, madam.
थँक्यू सर. माझ्या शोधनिबंधाचं नाव आहे मराठी कादंबऱ्यातून आढळणारी कोकणी प्रादेशिकता. कारण मी कोकणातच राहते, लांजा या ठिकाणी. त्यामुळे तर माझ्या शोधनिबंधाचा उद्देश आहे कोकणातील निसर्गरम्य प्रदेश, तेथील भाषा, जनजीवन, खाद्यजीवन, पेहराव, श्रद्धा, अंधश्रद्धा, लोककला, लोकभाषा इत्यादी बाबींचे चित्रण असलेली कोकणची प्रादेशिकता कादंबरीच्या माध्यमातून दर्शविणे. मग कोकण प्रांताविषयी लेखन करणारे लेखक कोणकोणते आहेत, तर प्रामुख्याने आपल्याला गोनी दांडेकर, र वा दिघे, श्रीना पेंडसे, विबा हडप, हमीद दलवाई, मधु मंगेश कर्णिक, चित्रंग खानोलकर आणि कोकणचे नसूनही कोकणची प्रादेशिकता ज्यांनी आपल्या राब या कादंबरीतून पूर्णपणे दर्शविलेले आहेत ते आपले अनंत मनोहर सर. तर मी माझ्या शोधनिबंधामध्ये मुंबई आणि ठाणे हे प्रदेश वगळता रायगड, रत्नागिरी आणि सिंधुदुर्ग या 3 कोकणातील जिल्ह्यांमधील 2 लेखकांच्या एक कादंबऱ्यांचा मी आढावा घेतलेला आहे. तर कोकण म्हणजे परशुरामाची भूमी, ज्याला आपण अपरांत असं सुद्धा आपण त्याचा उल्लेख करतो. तर या भूमीमध्ये
हा मॅम, कंटिन्यू करा.
जरा एकच मिनिट. सॉरी हा मॅम, थोडंसं हे झालं. हॅलो.
हा सर. हा मॅम.
तर ह्या आमच्या कोकणच्या भूमीमध्ये खूप पाऊस पडतो, पण तो सगळा पाऊस सच्छिद्र जमीन असल्यामुळे तो सगळा जमिनीमध्ये जिरून जातो. त्यामुळे इथं ह्या कोकणामध्ये शेती होत नाही. आणि हा खूप मागासलेला प्रदेश असल्यामुळे सर्व लोक मुंबईला कामाधंद्यासाठी जातात. परंतु होळी म्हणा किंवा गौरी गणपती, दहीकाला इत्यादी सणवार असेल तेव्हा गावाकडे परत येतात आणि दशावतार, नमन, जाखडी, दहीकाला, भजन ह्या स्पर्धांमध्ये ते रमतात. मग या वैशिष्ट्य लोकजीवनाचा जो आढावा घेतलेला आहे त्यापैकी रायगड जिल्ह्यातील रायगड जिल्ह्यावर प्रादेशिकता दाखवणाऱ्या 2 कादंबऱ्या मी निवडलेल्या आहेत. त्यापैकी सराई रवा दिघ्यांची आणि गोनी दांडेकरांची पडघवली कादंबरी. सराई या कादंबरीमध्ये चोरी हा धर्म मानित जंगलाच्या आश्रयाने राहणाऱ्या इमानी, अव्यवहारी, शिकारप्रिय आणि स्वातंत्र्यवृत्ती असणाऱ्या मवाळ, गरीब, कष्टाळू, प्रामाणिक, भित्रे व निरुपद्रवी, कुणबी, कातोडी आणि ठाकर या समाज जीवनाचं चित्रण झालेलं आहे. तसंच या कादंबरीमधून सुंदर निसर्ग वर्णन, लोकगीते, श्रद्धा, समजुती इत्यादी गोष्टींच्या वर्णनातून रायगड जिल्ह्याची प्रादेशिकता आढळून येते. पडघवली ही गोनी दांडेकरांची कादंबरी प्रादेशिक कादंबऱ्याच्या विकासक्रमातील मैलाचा दगड ठरणारी आहे. खेडी कशी बदलत जातात याच्याबद्दल दांडेकरांनी त्याच्यामध्ये लिहिलेलं आहे. यातील कथानक कोकणातील एका ब्राह्मण खोताच्या घरात घडलेलं असलं तरी ओघाने इतर कुळवाडी, कातकरी आणि मुसलमान पण कादंबरीमध्ये त्याचा मुसलमान असा उल्लेख आढळतो. ही माणसे देखील येतात. त्या प्रत्येक माणसांची बोलीभाषा जसे की खोतांची ब्राह्मणी भाषा, कातकऱ्यांची कातकरी भाषा, कुळवाड्यांची वेगळी भाषा, मुसलमानांची वेगळी भाषा इत्यादी बोलीभाषा तेथील प्रादेशिकता दर्शवितात. या कादंबरीमध्ये लेखकांनी कोकणाच्या प्रदेशातील अतिशय सूक्ष्म आणि तपशीलवार वर्णन केलेलं आहे, जे या कादंबरीला आपल्याला प्रादेशिकतेकडे घेऊन जाते. रत्नागिरी जिल्ह्यातील बंदरपट्ट्याचा म्हणजेच साखरपेंडी, आंजर्ले, दुर्गेश्वर, मुरुड, गारंबी, आसूद, दापोली, मुरडे, हरणे, इत्यादी बंदरपट्ट्याचा प्रदेश सेना पेंडसेंनी आपल्या हद्दपार या कादंबरीमध्ये दर्शविलेला आहे. मोडेन पण वाकणार नाही अशा वृत्तीच्या राजे मास्तरांची व्यक्तिरेखा याच्यामध्ये त्यांनी साकार केलेली आहे. या कादंबरीमध्ये जातीभेद, श्रेष्ठ कनिष्ठतेच्या कल्पना, दारिद्र्य, सण, उत्सव, प्रियता, एकविरा देवीला सहान लावणे इत्यादी गोष्टीतून हा प्रदेश त्यांनी साकार केलेला आहे. त्याबरोबरच बंदरपट्ट्यामधले लोकजीवन, कोकणी बोलीभाषेतील शब्दवैभव, लकबी, शिव्या, संवाद यातून कोकणची प्रादेशिकता चितारलेली आहे. सह्याद्रीच्या कुशीत राहणाऱ्या सह्यपुत्रांची आपापसातील नातीगोती, घरदार, बांधिलकी, हेवेदावे, माणी आणि संतापी मस्तकांचे लोक यांची सांगणारी राब ही अनंत मनोहर सरांची कादंबरी ऋतुचक्र, हवामान, पानकळा, उन्हाळा, नदी नाले, रात्र दिवस, चैतन्य, सन्नाटा, जंगल, कातळ, पशुपक्षी, श्वापदे, वनचर, जलचर यांच्याशी दुवा जोडणारी असून विलक्षण अस्वस्थ करणारी आहे. मला असा प्रश्न पडला होता की अनंत मनोहर सर तर बेळगावला राहत होते, कारण ते आम्हाला कॉलेजमध्ये असताना शिकवायचे. मग सरांनी कोकणातील प्रादेशिकता इतकी सुंदर कशी काय त्यांनी चितारली, म्हणून मी मुद्दाम सरांच्या घरी जाऊन सरांना हा प्रश्न मी विचारला देखील होता. तर तेव्हा सर म्हणाले की मी 2 वर्ष रत्नागिरी जिल्ह्यातील खेड तालुक्यामध्ये 2 वर्ष मी तिथं हायस्कूलवर मी जॉब केलेला आहे. तर सरांनी इतकं सुंदर वर्णन केलेलं आहे की कोकणामध्ये पावसाळा सुरू व्हायच्या आधी सर्व वस्तूंची बेगमी करून ठेवतात, म्हणजे सुकी मच्छी, लाकडं इत्यादी. तर त्याला म्हणतात अघोट भरणे. तर सरांनी त्या अघोट भरणीचं इतकं सुंदर वर्णन केलेलं आहे की आपल्याला वाटत नाही की सर कोकणामध्ये राहणारे नव्हते असं वाटणार नाही. तर त्या कादंबरीमध्ये सरांनी संगमेश्वरी बोलीभाषेचा खूप चांगला वापर करून घेतलेला आहे. तर संगमेश्वरी बोलीभाषेमध्ये ळचा उच्चार होत नाही, तर ळ ऐवजी ल असा केला जातो. उदाहरणार्थ बाळ, तर बाळाला ते बाल असे म्हणतात. आणि येथील मुसलमान ड चा उच्चार र असा करतात. म्हणजे उदाहरणार्थ होडी ऐवजी होरी, पडलाऐवजी परला याप्रमाणे. आता सिंधुदुर्ग जिल्ह्यामधलं मधु मंगेश कर्णिक हे एक मोठं नाव आहे लेखकाचं. तर त्या मधु मंगेश कर्णिकांची भाकरी आणि फूल ही कादंबरी करूळ आणि कणकवली या सिंधुदुर्ग जिल्ह्यात प्रदेशाचं चित्रण केलेले आहे. या कादंबरीमध्ये देशाला स्वातंत्र्य मिळून अनेक वर्षे झाली तरी दलितांच्या आर्थिक परिस्थितीमध्ये काहीच परिवर्तन झालेलं नाही. बौद्ध धर्मांतराचाही उपयोग झालेला नाही. त्याचबरोबर राखीव जागांचा सुद्धा त्यांना फायदा झालेला नाही. त्यामुळे ते वंचितच राहिले. तो ह्या कादंबरीचा जरी विषय असला तरी उदरनिर्वाहासाठी मुंबई जवळ करणे, भजनासाठी नाल, मृदंग, चकवे यांचा वापर करणे आणि मालवणी भाषा ह्या सर्व गोष्टीमुळे सिंधुदुर्गातील प्रादेशिकता या कादंबरीतून दिसून येते. आता शेवटची कादंबरी घेतलेली आहे मी चिंत्रम खानोलकर यांची कोंडुरा ही कादंबरी. आपल्याला सर्वांना माहीतच असेल की कोंडुरा या कादंबरीवर एक हिंदी चित्रपट देखील निघाला होता, जो ज्यामध्ये गिरीश कर्नाड आणि मला वाटतं स्मिता पटेल यांच्या भूमिका आहेत. तर ही कोंडुरा कादंबरीसाठी वेंगुर्ले सावंतवाडी परिसरातील एका खेडेगावाची लोकसंस्कृती, लोकपरंपरा, धार्मिकता आणि निसर्ग यांचे यथार्थ दर्शन घडविणारे आहे. तर कोंडुरा म्हणजे काय? तर कोंडुरा म्हणजे एक समुद्र किनाऱ्यावरचा एक प्रदेश किंवा एखादं गाव आहे ते. आणि ह्या समुद्र किनाऱ्यावर लगतचे जे मोठे मोठे खडक आहेत त्या खडकांमध्ये समुद्राच्या लाटांचा मारा होऊन तिथे अनेक गुहा निर्माण झालेल्या आहेत. आणि या भरतीच्या वेळी या गुहांमध्ये ज्या समुद्राच्या लाटा येतात तेव्हा असा काहीतरी एक प्रकारचा आवाज येतो. तर असं सांगितलं जातं की त्याला कोंडुराची गाज असं म्हणतात. तर हा आवाज जवळजवळ 1 किलोमीटर लांबपर्यंत ऐकू जात होता असं लोक तिकडचे सांगतात. आणि मला वाटतं चित्रम खानोलकर या लेखकांनी त्या कोंडुऱ्याच्या निसर्गरम्य वातावरणात म्हणजे त्या समुद्र किनारी जाऊनच ही कादंबरी मला लिहिलेली आहे. कोंडुरा म्हणजे तिथल्या लोकांचं एक प्रकारचं म्हणजे श्रद्धास्थान आहे. त्याला ते देवच म्हणतात. कोंडुऱ्यावर श्रद्धा ठेवून त्याच्या रूपात परमेश्वराला पाहणारी माणसं यामुळे तळ कोकणातील प्रादेशिकता या कादंबरीतून स्पष्ट झालेली आहे. मानवी मनाचे कंगोरे, परंपरा, समृद्धी, श्रद्धा, मानवी अधपतन यांचा गहिरापट अतिशय सूक्ष्मपणे या कादंबरीत मांडला गेलेला आहे. गूढ, काल्पनिक आणि निसर्गावर आधारलेली ही कादंबरी निसर्गाचे रौद्र, गंभीर आणि रम्य रूप दर्शवित उंच उंच कडे, काळे खडक, हिरवळ, रौद्र समुद्र लाटा, गूढ विवरे इत्यादी गोष्टींचे वर्णन करणारी आहे. या कादंबरीत निसर्ग हे एक पात्र म्हणून खानोलकरांनी उभं केलेलं आहे. शोधनिबंधाच्या शेवटाकडे येताना मानवी भावभावना, जीवन व त्याकडे पाहण्याचा दृष्टिकोन, समस्या यांचे दर्शन घडविणे हाच या कादंबऱ्यांचा प्रधान हेतू असून त्या अनुषंगाने येणारे एखाद्या प्रदेशाचे आणि लोकजीवनाचे दर्शन या कादंबऱ्यातून घडलेले आहे हे लक्षात घेणे महत्त्वाचे आहे. मला आपण ही संधी दिल्याबद्दल आपणा सर्वांचे खूप खूप आभार मानते. धन्यवाद.
Thank you for inviting us to speak. Now, I call upon Mr. Prakash Kanvarkar, Production Manager, Paradise Cosmetics SRS, Congo, South Africa, to share his views.
From South Africa.
From South Africa.
Hello.
Hello, Prakash.
Hello.
Hello, Prakash sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Continue, please.
Good evening, all. My name is Prakash Kanvarkar. Right now, I am in Paradise Cosmetics, Republic of Democratic Congo. Now, I am working in Production Manager, Paradise Cosmetics, Lubumbashi. Today, my topic is the Gurukul system of India. The Gurukul system was ancient Indian method of education where students live with their teacher in residential setting called as a Gurukul. Originating in the Vedic period, It was one of the earliest methods of the organized learning. The purpose of the Gurukul was not just academic instruction, but the complete development of the individual physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, and spiritually. Education began with Upanayana ceremony, marking the start of discipline student life known as Brahmacharya. Students live a simple lifestyle, perform daily chores as they learn to remain humble, peaceful, and self-control. The Guru-Shishya relationship was central. The Guru acted as a teacher, guide, mentor, and a role model. The curriculum was broad and comprehensive. Academic subjects included the Vedas, Upanishads, Sanskrit grammar, mathematics, astronomy, astrology, logic, philosophy, political science, and Ayurveda. Physical education involved archery, horseback riding, wrestling, running, yoga, and meditation. Along with this, students learn essential life skills such as farming, animal care, household management, and social ethics. Learning was practical, experience based, and discussion oriented, with a strong emphasis on memory training through oral transmission of knowledge. Education in the Gurukul was free of cost. Society supported the institution with donations. Students offered Guru Dakshina upon completing their educations as a symbol of gratitude. The system's strength lay in emphasis on discipline, value, self-reliance, moral character, and holistic learning. However, it gradually faced limitations such as caste restriction, lack of written methods, and limited scientific or technical specialization. In modern time, the Gurukul principles are being revived through value-based education, yoga and meditation program, experimental learning models, and moral training in various education institutions. The system continues to influence Indian educational philosophy, offering lessons on balance or meaningful education that goes beyond textbook learning. Today, we are talking here in French language. Now, je suis parler en français. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Prakash, for highlighting us on Gurukul system of India. Thank you to all the presenters for your valuable contribution. To provide a summary and key highlights of today's proceedings, now I invite Dr. Ajay Sir present 40th.
Sir. Sir, please unmute. Yeah, audible, sir.
Honorable Chief Guest, distinguished keynote speaker, respected academic leaders, industry experts, delegates, and participants joining us from different parts. Warm greeting to all. It is an honor to present Rapporteur's address for this international webinar on revisiting to India viewed through lenses of commerce and industry. Today's deliberation offered a brief reflection on India's dynamic economic transformation and its evolving role in the global trade and industry landscape. The speakers highlighted the revisiting India in present context means understanding its journey from primary agrarian economy to one of the world's fastest growing and innovation-driven economy. The discussion emphasized that India has transitioned from being a passive participant in global markets to an influential contributor in shaping global commerce and industrial strategy. Friends, in total 6 papers were presented in the session. First paper was from Pratibha Ma'am, Engineering College, Belgaum, and she talked about usefulness of soft skills for HR, in that she quoted visual skills, vocal skills, and verbal skills are very much important in today's world for working as HR or development of HR. The second paper was of Deepak sir from Bedkehal College. He talked about green HRM for fostering sustainability. In today's world of sustainability, for organization culture, green policy, green HRM is of very much importance, and he rightly presented in that particular paper. Third paper was of Dr. Basavaraj sir, and it was related with how management tactics were used. Then fourth paper was of Ramesh sir, research scholar, and it was related with physical literacy and sport culture. We all are talking about financial literacy, but this part, physical literacy and sport culture, is of very much importance in revisiting India, because health issues are very much all over the world and particularly in India. So our physical health and developing physical health through sport culture is very much importance, and is how those novelists have mentioned different characteristics, different cultural thoughts of so many people in that novel, and this is of very importance while revisiting India. Gurukul system of India by Deepak sir, and during the period of Vedas or ancient time, this Gurukul system was very much important, and today also this system can deliver a lot. This webinar also shed light on India's expanding role in international trade, its participation in global supply chains, free trade negotiation, strategic partnership, MSME sector, employment generation, rural industrialization, and entrepreneurial culture. In conclusion, today's webinar demonstrated that revisiting India is about rediscovering a nation driven by enterprise, technology, and vision. It calls for renewed engagement, mutual cooperation, and collaborative opportunities across borders. I extend sincere appreciation to all speakers, participants, and organizations for contributing to this highly enriching academic and industry-focused dialogue. I especially thank my friend and principal of Maratha Mandals College, Honorable Hiramani Muleraki sir, for giving me this opportunity. Let me conclude. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the precise and full summary. To formally conclude the entire event, I once again invite Srimati Sureka Kamali ma'am for the vote of thanks.
I reminded of the word of Dr. ABJ Abdul Kalam. Learning gives creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking provides knowledge, and knowledge makes you great. As we reach the beautiful conclusion of this international webinar on Revisit to India, it fills my heart with immense gratitude to deliver this vote of thanks. Today was not just an academic event, it was a journey of ideas, reflections, and renewed understanding. My special thanks to the technical session 1 speaker, Honorable Sri Mahadev Ashtekar, Head of Commercial Company, Siemens Healthy near RHQ office, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, for sharing his global perspectives and also how India is great and his love towards India. Really, sir, सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा. Thank you very much, sir. I also appreciate the efforts of the rapporteur of session 2, Dr. Atul Bhave sir, Associate Professor and HOD of Commerce Department, Rayat Shikshan Sanstha, Rajapur, for summarizing and capturing the essence of learning in such a meaningful manner. Thank you very much, sir. I extend my congratulations and thanks to all the delegate presenters of technical session 2. Your research contribution added depth and academic values to this event. अपना भारत देश अनेकता में एकता से भरा है. हिंद देश के निवासी सभी जनी एक है. रंग रूप वेश भाषा चाहे अनेक है. तो this is what revisit to India. So thank you very much, Pratibha madam, Deepak sir, Basavaraj sir, Ramesh Kedi sir, Vijay Lakshmi madam, and Prakash, who is our student from South Africa. Thank you very much. I also thank our principal and convener of this webinar, Dr. H.J. Moleraki sir, for continuous support, motivation, and guidance throughout the organization of this webinar. Thank you very much, sir. A big note of appreciation to the program coordinator, Dr. D.M. Mulla, and his team members for their dedicated efforts in planning and managing this webinar so smoothly and so successfully. Thank you everyone. A special note of gratitude to Professor Manohar Patil for providing exceptional technical support. Without his dedicated assistance, it would not have been possible to organize this webinar so smoothly. So thank you very much, Manohar Patil sir. Finally, our heartfelt thanks to all the participants, academicians, research scholars, students, invitees, and well-wishers from across India and abroad. Your presence, active involvement, and positive response made this event a grand success. As we conclude, let us carry forward the spirit of learning, reflection, and connection that this webinar is ignited. May we continue to revisit India, revisit ideas, rediscover perspectives, and reimagine a brighter future for our nation. Wishing you all inspiration, wisdom, and a beautiful journey ahead. Thank you very much, and thank you everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. With this, we formally conclude the international webinar on Revisit to India. Thank you all for joining us today. Have a wonderful evening. Jai Hind.